What going on, man? What going on? That's what back with it. Chat boy back with it. I can't. I can't. I can't. I got to do my style. I got to do it. I can't. I can't do it no other way. Hold on. Give me a sec. Look here. I ain't gonna be on too long. Look here. You can't take that talent. Why wouldn't we? You can't take that talent. No. Look here. I don't want to hear no traders and the trolls talking about Shedeur shouldn't have skipped the combine. They're the reason why he failed. Then they're going to say, ain't nobody had him projecting in the first round anyway. Lies, lies, lies. Mendoza up here. Mendoza up here. Get right now. Mendoza up here done said he is not participating in the NFL combine. He gonna throw at his pro day. Shedeur Sanders said the same thing. And they criticized him. They demonized him and they threw him away. They colluded against him. They did everything they could to slander his name. So what I need y'all to do, keep that same energy. I don't want to hear nothing about Mendoza where he can choose not to throw at the combine if he want to because he projected first round pick. He the first overall pick. Bruh, tell me if Mendoza would have came out last year, would he been the first round pick? I don't care about the stats. I don't want to hear nothing about the stats because I'm about to show you the stats. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear that. Can y'all hear me good? Ain't nobody saying that. Can y'all hear me good? Y'all move slow today. I'm telling you right here. I don't want to look. Projected first overall pick Fernando Mendoza would not throw at the combine this week per source. He would throw at Indiana's Pro Day on April 1st when the school has multiple pass catchers that Mendoza wants to help showcase. Who else did the same thing? Shedeur sat there and said, I don't want to do the combine drills at the NFL combine. I want to help my receivers at the Pro Day. He didn't say nothing about elevating his status, his draft stock, or making him the number one pick and all that. He didn't say none of that. He said, I want to throw at the Pro Day that help my receivers, that help my teammates. That's exactly what he said. It don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. This what Adam Schefter said now. I don't want to go down the list. Hold on, the internet might be moving a little slow. Ryan Clark. Now, I don't know if it's true or not. I think this little dude, the Adam Farrell dude, he ain't real. If y'all ain't know, it been some AI, NFL insiders. People been making these fake NFL insiders, and I'm about to be one of them because I'm about to make me one. I already got the picture generator and everything. I got to get in on this money. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm about to make a new Twitter, have me a fake NFL insider. Y'all the only ones that going to know. Everybody else going to think it's real. So there it is right there. They have their teammates and brothers. That's what I'm saying. But this post right here, Ryan Clark over his thoughts on Fernando Mendoza not throwing in this year's combine. We all saw what happened when a black man did it last year. Let's see what happened when a white man does it. Bug right here. Man. Is it okay to do now? I'm just saying. But the black man do it first. He gonna get scrutinized. If Mendoza go first overall, if Mendoza get drafted, #1 overall, I'm telling you right now, bro. I've been said it. Collusion against Shedeur. But now it's gonna be on a bigger level because now you got discrimination in there. You got collusion and I can't even get it out. Discrimination. You got collusion and discrimination because what Ryan Clark told us, and it was Boomer Esiason. Boomer Esiason told us that he heard them owners say, take his name off the board. Take his name off the board. I don't want that entitled. You know what he meant to say. But he said player. That entitled person. You know what Boomer's meant to say. I don't want the entitled N-word on my team. Take them off the board. But now Mendoza doing the same route that Shedeur did. Ain't gonna throw at the combine. He want to throw at the pro day to help his teammates. That's the exact same thing. Now they about to praise it. Well, he looking out for his teammates. No, it ain't gonna happen with Mendoza. Mendoza gonna get picked first overall to the Raiders and gonna be mediocre. I like Mendoza. He a God-fearing man. I like that, man. It ain't got nothing to do with Mendoza, man. It got to do with the whole situation. Just like Dylan Gabriel. It didn't have nothing to do with Dylan Gabriel. He just got put in the situation. So now Mendoza getting put in this situation because he doing the same thing Shedeur did, but he about to drafted first overall. Then I'm gonna get y'all prepared. Because I'm telling you what the haters and the trolls gonna do. And what they gonna say is Shedeur was never projected to be a first round pick. Didn't nobody never want Shedeur in the first round. That's a lie. If you go back, because it's still on the internet, because the internet is undefeated. If you go back July 2024, January 2025, March 2025, even April 2025, 2 weeks before the draft, before the New York Giants put out that false information, and the NFL were colluding against Shedeur because they put out their Let me tell y'all something. The NFL put out their information about Shedeur Sanders, all them fake narratives, so they could collude against Shedeur and get away with it. That's what they did. So now you can't say the NFL colluded. You gonna say, well, them narratives came out about Shedeur before the draft. That's why he failed. But in actuality, they colluded against Shedeur just like they colluded against Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and Russell Wilson after Deshaun Watson got their contract. I told y'all this back during the summer, man. I told y'all back this in July 2025. I said Shedeur was part of collateral collusion. I said it. Now, getting back to what I was saying about how y'all can address these haters and these trolls when they come up here, because they predictable. You know what they gonna say. They predictable. They all of them say the same stuff. All of them use the same graphs and stats and charts and whatever. All of them do the same stuff. So look, what I just said, man, those are not that good. I ain't say he was. I said I like him. I ain't say he was that good. Yeah, he gonna be. We gonna see, man. I ain't gonna call him overrated right now, but I tell you one thing: he was on the best team in the NCAA. He was and it's proven. In them, if you go look at his stats, that we gonna take a look at in a minute. He college stats compared to Shedeur last year and Mendoza last year, and the teams he was on versus Colorado versus Indiana that won the national championship because they were the best team in college football. It's a big difference. But before I get to that, for them haters and them trolls, they're gonna lie to y'all because they believe everything they hear instead of doing their own research. And the only research they do is looking up the bad stuff about the Shedeur instead of what's actually true. October 5th, 2024. 9 out of 20 NFL scouts picked Shedeur Sanders to be the #1 quarterback of the 2025 draft. 9. On 3. This is an official site now. On 3. I done been on there and showed y'all on 3. January 29th, 2025. I gotta say the dates so y'all will know. January 29th, 2025. NFL mock draft headline by Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders to the Tennessee Titans. First overall pick. And I showed y'all the clip of when the Tennessee Titans at the time, head coach at the time, said about Shedeur. Bill Callahan, the head coach, well, not Bill, Brian, whatever his name is, his dad named Bill. But Callahan, who was the head coach of the Tennessee Titans, had came out and gave praise and positivity to Shedeur Sanders. And I told y'all he wanted to draft Shedeur. But the owners and the GM wanted Cam Ward. That's why I was trying to tell y'all, I should have made that video already. That's why I was trying to tell y'all I was going to make that video about Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders' draft position got swapped. It got swapped. So I'm telling you right now, don't let them lie to you. Shedeur Sanders projected first overall pick back in January 29th. Skip Bayless. What is happening April 25th, 2025? This is when the collusion started during the draft. What is happening to Shedeur Sanders is the most stunning and disgusting development in NFL draft history. He should have gone first overall. Mel Kiper ranked him 5th above Cam Ward and 6th at 6. This from the NFL now. April 9th, 2025. With the Raiders trade up to get Travis Hunter. But then look, who they got at number 9? Then when them narratives started coming out, number 9, they got Shedeur going to the Saints. 3 quarterbacks and 3 running backs in the first round of Bucky Brooks' newest mock draft, March 25th, 2025. Shedeur Sanders, number 2 overall, the Cleveland Browns. January 27, 2025. 25 NFL mock draft headlined by Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, and Jalen Milroe. They had the Raiders right there picking Shedeur. They had Cam Ward going to the Browns. Field Yates. Y'all know who he is. He be on national TV. September 2nd, 2023. September 2nd, 2023. My 2025 NFL mock draft. Travis Hunter, number 1. Shedeur Sanders, 2. That was in 2023. July 12th, 2024. 2025 NFL mock draft rankings. Shedeur Sanders, number 1, number 2, number 5, number 6, and number 9. ESPN had him ranked number 2. CBS Sports had him ranked number 5. 247 Sports had him number 6. PFF had him number 9. The same place where them haters and trolls be getting them charts and them fake graphs and charts from. PFF. Walter Football had him at number 1. Because shall we keep going? March 3rd, 2025. Post combine mock draft is here. Shedeur didn't even participate in the combine. They had him going 29th to the Browns. The Browns traded back up in the first round to get him. Now, that's after Shedeur didn't participate. He said, if you want to change your culture of your franchise, draft me. And he fell to 29. And Mendoza going to do the same thing and stay at number 1. Don't let these folks lie to y'all. April 2024, 2025. I said April 2024. April 24th, 2025. They had the Browns trade for Shedeur Sanders back in the first round to get him at 20 the pound with Travis Hunter. Like I said, that was after all the fake narratives that came out. That's why Shedeur started falling. Because the collusion, man. The collusion. That's what I'm saying. None of them worked out at the combine either. Not even I know LeJounte didn't. I think it was Will and one other person. It was like people, it was Colorado player that were low. They weren't projected to get drafted high, or if at all. I think them the only one that worked out at because but Travis Hunter went number 2 overall because he that unicorn. But didn't nobody else go until after Shedeur got drafted. Because you can't justify why LeJounte went in the 6th round. I don't get it. He should have been at least 3rd round to me. Jimmy, he probably could have stayed where he was. Y'all know I ain't too fond on Jimmy. But Will, I think Will Shepard should have got drafted. And Shiloh. But that's probably the reason why Shiloh went undrafted, because Shedeur. They read it right here. This dude, he be making some good posts. I like what he be saying. I'm gonna read it out loud. We saw what happened when Shedeur Sanders passed on throwing in the NFL combine. I want that same energy. Fernando is arrogant. Fernando is self-centered. Fernando thinks that the NFL combine is beneath him. Fernando is a jerk. Fernando thinks that the world is his. I want the same energy. The fact of the matter is that Shedeur had 4 years of dominance as a quarterback on tape. Fernando has 1 year. He is not throwing at the combine because he doesn't want to be exposed. This dude is not a number 1 overall pick talent, and the Raiders would be foolish to draft him. Let's see if he falls to the 5th round due to his arrogance. He's not falling to the 5th round. We already know that. He's not going anywhere. He's staying at the 1st overall pick, and I'm telling you, man, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And that's how we all look. Yeah, we see that. We see that. Will this hurt his draft stock, or will y'all use his reasoning for not throwing as another reason he's gonna be great NFL teammate? Bruh. I done told y'all about Tom Brady, man. He ain't had nothing to do with not drafting Shedeur. I don't care how y'all slice it, man. That man got a minority. That's mean a little stake in the team. When you got a billionaire owner, I don't care what they tell me that Tom Brady, he had a hand in not drafting Shedeur. Man, I don't want to hear that mess. I'm a billionaire owner. How you gonna give me input, but I still get to final say who I want to pick? Plus, I told y'all at the time they got rid of Antonio Pierce. They hired Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll told them to trade for Geno Smith. There it is, right there. Now both of them gone. Geno and Pete Carroll. Whatever happened to the lawsuit, I ain't really got no update. But you know, something like that, they probably gonna have that thing going on for a couple of years before they even get close to making that decision. Because the NFL gonna keep trying to find loopholes and throw it around to different lawyers or whatever they do. They keep it going. But I don't. It ain't really. He had filed something. I can't remember what it was. He had sent me the text about the file, what he had just filed, but I forgot what it was. I had to look at my phone. What you mean gatekeeping? What Andrew Bear gatekeeping? Yeah, I thought Shepard would get drafted beside Horn too. Yep. What Brown say about Tom Brady? Teller want they ain't get rid of Teller. Teller said I'm gone. Kevin Stefanski stopped playing him. That's why he leaving. He done with that foolery. But then the next thing I want to get to, and I'm getting up all them things. I ain't staying on too long. If you go right here and look at Fernando Mendoza stats, he only played 3 years in college. Indiana, he had 273 completions. Let me zoom in a little bit. Indiana, this past season, he had 273 completions, 379 attempts, a 72% completion percentage, 3,535 yards passing, an average of 9.3 yards, 41 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Only got sacked 25 times. Sacked 25 times. Go to Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders last year at Colorado, 353 completions, 477 attempts, 74% completion percentage, 4,134 yards, 8.7 yards average, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, sacked 42 times. Now, looking at those stats, if you were blindfolded, or if you didn't know who neither one of them was, or if I just read you the numbers, who would you think would have won the Heisman and a national championship? Or who would you think would be the better quarterback out of the two? Or who would you think would be the first overall pick and the other one not? If one player threw for 500 plus more yards, just what? 4 less touchdowns and 4 more interceptions. You telling me Shedeur Sanders wasn't even in the conversation of winning the Heisman? But Fernando Mendoza did. About to be the first overall pick, going the same route Shedeur did, and still gonna get picked first overall. But that's what I'm saying. Got time. They telling me stats do matter. But when I say stats don't matter, they do matter. But now they gonna say stats don't matter because Mendoza won the Heisman, he won the national championship. No, their team won the national championship because of their running game and their defense. I'm telling you. And get what Indiana gonna do with Josh Hoover? They're gonna be right back in the college football playoff. If not winning another national championship. Because it ain't the players. It ain't the player at quarterback. It's the coach and the scheme that he got. I'm telling you. He can plug any player in there and win. Now, well, Coach Prime can't do that. I don't know. Yeah, RJ, you right. They only matter who they want them to matter to. They not keeping Joel. Joel is a free agent too. The Cleveland offensive line, almost all the one that started is a free agent. But that's what they're gonna do, man. They're gonna sit here and lie. That's why I can't stand the Cleveland media talking about they need to go get Mendoza. The Browns need to trade up and get Mendoza. We ain't nobody in this draft. We can't get Mendoza. We don't need to do nothing. We ain't got our quarterback on the roster. Man, look here. We gonna see when Mendoza get out there. Mark my word. Now somebody write that down. Somebody write that down. So we can come back, and when I tell you and when it come true, you gonna say Money Man said it first. It is February 22nd. I don't know where y'all at in time zone, but it's 1:06 p.m. for me. Mark my word now, write it down. We gonna see how Mendoza reacts and how he feel when he get sacked 40 plus times. How many ever times Geno Smith got sacked? When he gets sacked that many times, we gonna see how he react. We gonna see how he read these defenses when they crowd the line like they were doing against Shedeur. When they crowd the line and he turn his back for play action, or even when they drop out when he in shotgun, we gonna see how he responds. Now, granted, it's gonna be one difference in this whole situation. They gonna prepare Mendoza as soon as his name called. As soon as Mendoza get drafted to the Raiders, they gonna start preparing him to play week 1. So if he look like trash coming out in week 1, that means either he ain't getting developed or he ain't catching on as fast as they thought. That's what I'm saying. Them grown men run at you, hit them. I'm telling you right now, man. I played semi-pro, and this dude, his name was Peanut, played running back. Had a gut, but he was real short. And I had to go head up with him, man. We were practicing scrimmaging. I ran head up with this dude in the hole. I told that dude, I was like, bro, I ain't hitting you no more. And he was small, but he was running so hard, and he had all that weight behind him. I'm like, bro, I ain't trying to hit you no more. You like a wrecking ball coming in there. Ridiculous, boy. You gotta make some decisions. Yeah, we see how Dylan Gabriel reacted. I ain't gonna compare Mendoza to Dylan Gabriel. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I think Mendoza better than Dylan Gabriel, but it's gonna be his show. He's not gonna have no competition. It's gonna be his starting job from day one. He's not gonna have no competition. It ain't gonna be no quarterback. Oh well, if he don't play good, then he coming in. It ain't gonna be none of that. None. If the Raiders don't fit their offensive line, you gonna have the same. You gonna have the same thing. Aston Gente ain't gonna be able to run nowhere, and then Mendoza gonna be getting sacked. What you mean? They don't want to. They don't want Shedeur to feel like he came. What? Yeah, Shedeur a bit different. Yeah, they want to teach the Browns a lesson. I think with Cleveland Browns, they wanted to teach a lesson. Shedeur was just, like I said, collateral of that, because you you was about to change the whole trajectory of how NFL contracts was going to be negotiated in the NFL. They almost did it. The Cleveland Browns giving Deshaun Watson a $230 million fully guaranteed contract almost changed the whole trajectory of how contracts, at least for quarterbacks for now, would have been negotiated in the NFL. Because Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and Russell Wilson wanted the same deal that Deshaun Watson got. NFL said no and colluded. That what happened? Yeah, you can look at the Russian game, but if you watch Indiana, you know Mendoza didn't do nothing. You know it wasn't Mendoza the reason why they was winning. Mendoza would pass for maybe 150 yards, 180 yards a game. What quarterback winning a Heisman only throw for 150 to 180 yards a game? He was on a good team. When I told y'all that, I was like, the best team in college football is Indiana. They winning the national championship because of their defense and their running game, and that's exactly what happened. Mendoza didn't even throw no touchdown pass. I don't know what he is. All I'm saying is he ain't black. I don't know what he identify as. Because say Mendoza don't mean he Mexican neither. He Cuban. Cuban descent. I got it right here. I know freaking highlight. Cuban with American heritage, the foundational element of his identity and motivation. Even taking a trip to Cuba during high school with his grandparents to better understand his family history and the sacrifices they made. Look, I ain't calling them white, black. I ain't calling them white, Mexican, Latina, Cuban. I ain't calling that. I'm calling him his name and the whole situation. I'm not the one that's saying he white. Well, we gonna see. He did play that with Jizzy. You taking the words out my mouth, dog. The special teams and the defense was setting you up for success. They set their man up for success so much, it was crazy how easy it was. Like you can stick, I'm telling you, watch Josh Hoover next year. They're gonna have Josh Hoover in the Heisman in the, in the Heisman race. Josh Hoover about to be in the Heisman race, man. And it ain't because of him, it's because of their system, man. You can plug anybody in there. If Indiana went to the college football playoffs without Mendoza, what and now Mendoza supposedly put him over the top, and they won the national championship. What you think Josh Hoover about to do? Because they just won that championship. A lot of players in transfer portal. I ain't looked at it, but they probably wanted to go to Indiana. And Indiana, being smart, they target vet quarterbacks. I'm just saying vet because they've been in college already and I played the college game. They target vet quarterbacks that they can go in and plug in their system and have success right now. It's no longer Alabama and Georgia. We're going to get our freshmen. We're going to develop our freshmen. And then by their junior year, they're going to be ready. Because they got to wait in line anyway. Ain't no more of that no more. Ain't no more of that no more. That's just what it is. But we gonna keep up. We gonna keep up with it. Y'all already know. I'm gonna keep up with this thing, and we probably gonna sit here and watch Indiana Pro Day. I'm probably gonna watch it. April 1st. I gotta see when Colorado Pro Day is. Ain't really nothing to look at. Ain't nothing really to look at that, but I'm still gonna look at it. Indiana Pro Day, Colorado Pro Day. I want to see some players in the NFL Combine, especially the receivers, the Cleveland Browns thinking about drafting. And I want to look Ohio State, Caleb Down. I don't know if he participating in the Combine. I got to look. But I know it started on the 26th. The Combine started on the 26th. So I look, and then I need to look at some the scouting profiles, where they grade need players, what grade they got them on. They done scouted and got on them. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. We're gonna make some videos on that. But I might be going live again. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be today or tomorrow. It might be the next day after that. But this week gonna be a little choppy. Cause it's just gonna be choppy. That's all I'm gonna say. What you mean, West Solid? Yeah, they moved that game to Thursday. Yep. Yeah, your brother left. Your brother left, went to Georgia Tech. Mendoza gonna be solid in the league. Oh, you said West Solid in the league. I don't know, man. We gonna see. Everything I wait and see. Go Pete. His job was he didn't turn the ball or make play. Yep, you right, coach. White Cubans. Four touchdowns. I think it was like 5 touchdowns and 170 yards. But Jam left. Check email these players. I'm saying I got a better money. Yep. Show some where. I can't show no clip. I can't even show no clip, bro. It don't matter if it's muted or not. I learned my lesson. No. Internet moving slow. You feel on your trip. I'm gonna tell you anyway, just to remind you. What you trying to watch, yo? Oh no, ain't coming up slow. Oh, you got the tight end on here. I know that boy good. I done seen that boy. I know he good. I know that tight end good. I don't know who gonna get him. Man, they got Cleveland Brown. Everybody got Mendoza going number one. They're moving slow.